So for my second portfolio video, I chose to do it on my personal website, theopriz.com. And the reason I chose to do it on theopriz.com, my personal website, is because I feel like I made the most revisions to this part of the portfolio by far than any other project. So the main things that I did with my website were adding additional widgets such as the horizontal widget in the bottom here, adding my YouTube link here, adding social media widgets, also making this contact form specific to my actual email address rather than the Muse email address, and changing the backdrops of some of the various pages. So if we go to Muse here, we'll go to my personal website, and specifically the personal life page of my personal website is one that I want to highlight first. So this is one of the main pages that I made a lot of revisions to. One of the main revisions I made was changing the entire format. I basically uploaded a whole new template onto this page that matches the same template as this academic accomplishment page. So I really wanted to change the font, so I changed the font to all white. I put this blue up here as an overarching theme, and blue up and lining the sides, as well as the all black backdrop. And also I incorporated this widget here on the side that allows for multiple pictures to be in one place at one time. So when you go to the actual website and you go to personal page, you can see not just one picture, but multiple pictures as they scroll through. So this was one of the main changes that I made to the website. In addition to this scrolling picture widget, I added this nice sleek looking iPhone format contact form at the bottom of the page. And so my hope for this was in the future for future employers to actually be able to contact me through my personal website as I continue to revise it over the years, and as I continue to look for job opportunities. It's pretty cool to see that actual employers can contact me through my personal website. They simply enter their names, enter their email, and then whatever message they want to me, and I'll actually receive that on my personal email address. So I thought that was a really cool aspect of making my own website, and that's something that I revised from the previous version of this web page. I did not have a contact form at the bottom, so that was one of the suggestions that I had from my peers, and I incorporated that into my website. So in addition to the personal page, I also changed up the academic accomplishment page to incorporate that same theme as the personal page has. So I kept the same information and added another scholarship that I won back in high school, as well as modified the pictures to fit the frame size better and incorporate this same black backdrop theme with the overarching blue text and white subtext on the sides. And at the bottom I added this nice handy widget which allows you to switch to any page of the website you want instead of going all the way back to the home page and then having to click it from there. So that was also another revision that I made, and another suggestion that I acted on from my peers was to add in this something at the bottom of the page to allow you to go back to that home page or to go to whatever site you want. So from here we can go to community involvement, which I added these social media widgets up here, and I kept that horizontal widget at the bottom so we can go anywhere on the website. So how I did this was I went to Muse, and everything I needed was in the widget library. They were just in the horizontal menu, and I learned all I had to do was drag it on. And then I had to make a couple changes to this because the capstone experience one is a lot longer than the personal, so I had to change it to fit to spacing instead of fit to size. So that was one of the main revisions that I made. So in addition to actually making all these changes to my website, I really learned how to use FireZilla the correct way and use it a lot more effectively. Because in the past, I had no idea how to use the local site versus the remote site, no idea how to transfer files, and I had to talk to Professor Anderson for a long amount of time to figure out how to do this. But after a quick refresher, we were able to create a new folder with all the additional revisions that I made, and then simply transfer those over to theopriz.com. And once all the files were transferred, I could go to my home page and see the professional changes I made to my website. Once again, adding multiple widgets such as this bottom horizontal widget, making the contact information actually specific to my address, adding a link to my video advertisement, adding social media, uplinks to the side, and mainly changing the backdrop of the personal life section and the academic accomplishment section to this overarching black theme with the blue and white font, adding another picture widget to the side, and adding this professional contact information for future employers to look at my page. So overall, I really enjoyed revising my website even more than I did creating it in the first place, because I was just able to take those peer revisions into account and really change them into actual revisions to make to my website. So overall, I really love the Muse program. I loved working with my revisions to make my website the professional website it is today, and I'm sure I'll not only continue to use Muse throughout my college experience, but I'll continue to use it in the future for future careers that I might have.